Hello everyone. It's your girl Yvonne. I am back and I am here to bring you that 2022 goodness that we have. So we all know this is the time of year where we're starting to get together our planners for next year. And I'll be doing a series of videos as my stuff comes in. I'm still waiting because I did a lot of my shopping on Black Friday. But what I do have for you today is my budget planner. So thank you so much for stopping by to watch this video. Please comment. Any comments are welcome. I do answer comments. Like this video. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll know whenever I come back on. And let's just get ready for 2022. So today I'll be showing you my budget planner, which is by a company, F.A.N.C.Y Budgeting. F.A.N.C.Y is a new company just launched this year on October 10th. I'll be leaving her link in the description box, so please check her out. She has 3 different plans, not plans, but collections. She has her classic, her deluxe, and her premium. I did pick the deluxe, which is the middle package. This is a card that came in the packaging that shows you what's included in your kit. And also a description. So the F.A.N.C.Y Deluxe Kit comes with 16 items. That includes a budget book day F.A.N.C.Y, a F.A.N.C.Y Luxe pen, a bookmark, a whiteout, sticky notes, dice, paper clips, Christmas cash envelope, manifestation checks, a keepsake box, weekly companion booklet, 6x6 notepad, washi tape, additional sticky notes, a velveteen drawstring bag, and functional stickers. I did also add the password booklet. That comes included in the premium kit, but it is also available to purchase a la carte. So let's get into the packaging. First of all, let's just talk about the way that she packages. Everything is gorgeous. Everything is branded. This girl took her time and she did a phenomenal job. So the first thing you get in this green envelope is a thank you card, and it says, "Dear budgeteer, your purchase means more than you could ever imagine. As an expression of thanksgiving and appreciation, we have included a small token of gratitude to go towards your next purchase." Then you get a token day gratitude card that gives you a $5 coupon code off your next purchase. Then you have a definition of what a budgeteer is, because that's what she calls her tribe. So 1 is a next level budgeter. 2, one who is well acquainted with their finances through the budgeting practices of F.A.N.C.Y. 3, one who never wonders where their money went because they already know. And the last thing you get in that green envelope is a F.A.N.C.Y budgeting card that has her QR codes for her Instagram and her website. So again, she is, when I tell you, her branding and packaging is gorgeous. I am so excited to get into this. I have seen other unboxing videos, so I kind of know what comes in it, but I'm just so excited. She has 3 colors. So she has rose golden ash, black onyx, and I keep forgetting the one that's gold and white, but the black onyx is black and silver, and the rose gold ash is gray and rose gold. So that's the one I chose. So then you get a velveteen bag, and look at all this stuff in this bag, y'all. So we're gonna go through this stuff and see what all comes. Now remember, I got the deluxe, so this is in the deluxe, so imagine what comes in the premium. So you have your F.A.N.C.Y budgeting. This is a whiteout. It looks like a gray stone. I'm not sure. I think the stone changes depending on the package you pick, the color you pick. So I got the gray stone. This is so cute, gorgeous. Then you get 3 washi tapes. The first 2 actually come with the kit. So you'll get one that's white with the black F.A.N.C.Y writing script. And the second one you'll get the opposite, which is black with the white. And then as a free gift, she provides you one that's black with like a holographic F.A.N.C.Y. I think this is so nice. This is gorgeous. Then you get the sticky notes. You get 2 sticky notes. The first one is black and white. Again, Branding is everything. The second one is gold. Now, I don't know how many on here, but this looks like a lot. But this is nice to just stick, if you want to stick a couple in your budget planner so you can make notes throughout the planner if you want to make notes on things. Then you get, this is the notepad. Look at how much paper she gives you, y'all. Like, she did not skimp on anything in this package. So this is the F.A.N.C.Y budgeting. I'm not sure if this changes based on the planner you pick, but this is the one I received. It's black with the white. And it's something you can just sit on your desk and make notes, you know, here and there. Even if you don't use it for your budgeting, you could take this to your office or put it in your at-home office and just have it on your desk for quick notes. I mean, it has a lot of room to write. Then you get the F.A.N.C.Y budgeting weekly companion. Look at those flowers, so pretty. And another thing I like about her stuff is like really neutral. So if you're someone like me that does decorative planning, you have like a full blank palette to just go to work with stickers and stuff. So it says this F.A.N.C.Y budgeting booklet belongs to, you'll write your name there. And then you just have 52 weeks of just a blank palette. And you can do whatever you want to do with this. I mean, I was thinking about meal planning in this, but then I changed my mind and I'll show you why. Then I was thinking this is something I could just throw in my purse and have with me. So like a spending ledger. So every day, you know, or whenever I go out, I could just write in here. But then I thought about it. I don't go out that often, so I don't know. I'll figure out something to do with this because it's not going to waste because it is gorgeous. 52 weeks of this, and then you have note pages in the back. So I'll figure out something for it. Trust and believe I'll figure out something for this. And then the additional thing that I purchased was the accounts and password booklet. Again, good quality, not skimping on anything. You get this belongs to page. You'll get a reference page, you know, a page that gives you ideas of what you could use this for. And then you get a whole bunch of pages that says F.A.N.C.Y, the date you opened the account name, account type, account number, username, password, website, phone number, address, and then a little note section. This would be good for you to put notes. Like if you have an account that you know you got to change the password every so often, you could kind of write the dates in there that you need to change it, or just the time frame. So 3 months, 9 months, once a year. And I would also, for me personally, I would write my password in a like erasable pen or a pencil, because you know sometimes you have to change it. But you get a bunch of these pages. They're only one-sided, but you still get a lot. Look at that. Just look at that. Just a bunch. So this is good. This is something you could keep at the house. Put in like probably a safe or wherever you keep like important documents, just so you can have as a reference. This is also good for like if you know somebody might be sick, or you might be a sick person or something. Just say, you know, something happens and you're not able to handle business per se, like pay your bills, you know, whatever, go online and do whatever you got to do. You could have this as a reference for like your spouse, your children, or whoever would be the person that would step in case you're not able to do things for yourself for whatever reason. This is a good reference. So now we're going to get to the meat and the potatoes of this thing. This is the Keepsake box. Let's just take a moment to take it in. This is so gorgeous. This is so gorgeous. So when you finish the year out and you want to, you know, keep it for, you know, reference, something to look back on, something to say I'm proud of, this is a good Keepsake box. So you get also 4 paper clips. They're flower shaped because, as you can see, her theme is flowers. And they are really big. So it looks like they can hold a good amount of pages, which is great because, you know, you got to flip through. And you don't, if you anything like me, I like to get right to where I need to go. I don't like to have to flip through the book and all of that. So this is great for that. And you get 4 of them. You also get a Christmas envelope with a budget sheet inside. This is great for somebody that does cash envelopes, or even if you're cashless, you could just use this, you know, when you're on the go, like when you're doing your Christmas shopping, you could just use this to keep track of how much you're actually spending and making sure you stay in budget. I don't celebrate Christmas, so I won't be using this, but I do think this is a great addition and touch, you know, to the package. I think it's wonderful. Then you get a fancy budgeting bookmark. She actually established her company in 2020, but I could see why she didn't launch until this year, because the thought she put into this already is gorgeous. And then look at the back. I told you this is a branding queen. I love it. Then you get manifestation checks. I have heard of these. I have never done them, but I have heard of them, and I heard that they work. So you get 2 sets. One you get in this script with this sort of like key, vintage key, and then you get one in this script. You get 5, actually 5 of each, so you get a set of 10. So it's in this script with this vintage key. You put your date, paid to the order of, what the amount of it is worth to you. You sign your name and put what it's for, and from my understanding, you carry this around with you until the manifest. So I love it. Then you get a whole bunch of stickers. So the first set of stickers that you get is your vision board stickers. So she did include 2022 because, of course, you know, it's later in the year, so most people probably will be starting this in 2022. And you just get different headers for you to make a vision board. And these fancy budgeting at the top, like trim, is also stickers, so you could use those throughout as well. This book is going to be strictly financial for me, so you know, some of the stuff I may or may not use, I'm not sure, but a lot of it I will. So this is just for you to create a vision board. You get a small set of monthly stickers in the script with the rose. I love the rose is also a sticker. Then you get 2 years worth of date dots, literally 2 years worth. So you get 4 sheets. Each sheet has 6 sets of monthly stickers. So that is a great addition, because most planners, if they undated, you got to buy your stickers. So, or they only give you like 1 month's worth. And then you get 2 sheets of the larger print of months. And I know you probably wonder, why she give you so many date stickers? You'll see. You will see. You will see. Then we're going to get into, let's get into the packaging, honey. Again, just phenomenal. The aesthetic of it is gorgeous. Then you get to open her. And look what you see. Again, I got the rose gold and ash. It also comes with the Deluxe pen. I think all of them come standard with the black and silver. But she does have other colors in her shop that you could purchase. So let's just, this pen is gorgeous. And it's a nice weight. When you buy the pens separately, I think they come with refills. Not sure, but I think they come with 2 refills. And then you get a pair of dies. And you'll see why in a minute. So let's pull her out of the box. And let's get into her, honey. The front of the book, let me just move some of this stuff out of the way. The front of the book is gray, hence the ash, and everything else is rose gold on the aesthetics. So you get the rose gold coils, which change depending on the book that you choose. You get the rose gold edge protectors. You get the rose gold foil, and look at that. The edges are rose gold. I think this is the most beautiful budget book I have ever seen, and I actually want to get into it. So let's just go there. Let's just talk about that for a minute. So I believe that the prettier your planner is, the more you want to go into it, the more you like it, the more, you know, it kind of inspires you to actually look into the book. So this is great. The outsides, the aesthetic of the book is what changes. Everything on the inside of the book stays the same regardless of which color you choose and which collection you choose. So, but this is, the white and gold one is, to be honest, all of them beautiful. The white and gold, the rose gold and ash, the onyx, All of them are gorgeous. And she just added in November a red china, which is red with gold accents. And what was the other one? I think it was black and white, which is black with the white with the black accent, or is it black with the white accent? But either, girl, it's good. It's black with the white accent. But it is gorgeous. They all are gorgeous. They all are gorgeous. So when you get into the planner, because the cover is like a leatherette, it is bendable. But it does, you know, like any other type of leather, you have to kind of work it until it loosens up a little bit. But still, it's gorgeous. So the first thing you see is your fancy budgeting book belongs to, and you get to write your name. Then you get a letter from Fancy where she kind of tells you what she hopes this book does for you, and, you know, of course, why she made the book. Then you get a list of sort of like a table of contents, so it tells you everything that you get in the book, which is a lot. Look at everything that's included in this book. Just look at the list. So this book is very thorough. It kind of comes from every aspect of you being financially secure, or on the journey of being financially secure. This helps you in every way. So then it tells you what FANCY stands for. So FANCY is actually an acronym that stands for Financial Accuracy Navigating Coins Yearly. I love the way she implemented her roles throughout the book. But it's not overbearing. I love that. Then she explains the FANCY budgeting method, which is 10, 20, 30, 40, 10% giving, 20% saving, 30% spending, 40% living. And then she gives you sort of examples and references of where that comes from and why that applies. And she also gives a note for people that is right now on the journey of becoming debt free. Then you get a quote that says, start where you are, use what you have, do what you can, and let God do what you can, inspired by Arthur Ashe. You get into this page that is a budget story at the top. So in this square, you will literally write how and why you got to the point you are now financially. And you also be able to put your budget why in this kind of paint stroked area. You could add a picture, write a paragraph. You could just write words. You could do a bullet journal style where you just kind of listing. Either you could get very creative on this page, and I love it. And I think knowing your story helps with understanding how you got here and how to avoid getting back where you are. And your why is always important because it's your inspiration, and you can always come back to this page and remember why when it gets hard, because budgeting gets hard. It does. When you're on a financial journey, it can get hard. So, you know, this is a good inspirational page. Then it says, you can't be what you can't see, by Marian Wright Elderman. And you have your affirmations to manifestations. You have 6 blocks where you could write in, draw in, stick pictures in. If you have stickers, affirmation stickers, whatever, you could get on this page. Again, this is another page that you could get very creative with and make it literally your own. Even if you want to just use Bible verses, because there are Bible verses that pertain to finances. Then it says, begin each day with prayer and a grateful heart. And you have your gratitude and thanksgiving page. And you, again, another page that's up to you creatively. You could do it how you want to do it. What I'm going to do personally is I'm going to stick monthly, because I have a million stickers. I'm going to stick a monthly sticker box for each month, and at the end of every month, I'm going to come in and just write what I was most grateful for pertaining to my financial journey that month. Whether it was I saved $5, or I saved $500, or I paid off a debt, or, you know, I caught up some bills, or, you know, whatever financially I was grateful for, I'm going to put it on this page. And again, I'm going to strictly use this as a financial planner. She does say that you could use it for other things, and I'll show you how. Then you have the beautiful vision board. So those stickers that I showed you is what you would use on this page. So you'll stick your 2022 somewhere, wherever you want to do, and you'll stick your headers on here, whichever ones you want to use, and you'll create a whole vision board for yourself. However you want to do it, again, creativity is on you. If you're not a creative person, I'm not really a creative person. If they didn't make a sticker for it, I probably wouldn't know what to do with it. But if you're not a sticker person, you can literally just write. If you're not a creative person, I mean, you can literally just write everything out on this page and just add a sticker here and there and just literally just write it out in paragraph form or however you want to write it out. And because this, you know, it's for you, so make it for you. I don't particularly do vision boards because I don't know, they never appealed to me. I am literally the type of person that likes to write things out. I would rather have a list of I work that way. So I can actually work better off of a checklist, if you get what I'm saying. So I'll write my goal, I'll write my steps, and I can just go in and check them off. I've never done a vision. I think I tried to do one a few times, and it's like I did it and I never went back to it. I never referenced it. But I'm going to try to do it this year in here. And I think the reason why this probably will work is because I'm going to constantly be coming in here. And I can see my vision kind of coming to life. So then you have a important dates and celebrations page. I put sticky notes throughout the book just so I'll know what I need to do with these pages. I love the Polaroid visual because you can literally come in and just stick pictures. Like, for instance, if it's somebody's birthday that month and you don't have anything else going that month, you could stick their picture there, you know, stuff like that. Or you could use this as a kind of memory type thing where you could come back at the end of every month, choose a picture, stick it in there so you could have some, you know, you could look back on things that you celebrate that month. It's different ways you could do it. You could use date dots, or not date dots, but like just dot stickers and just bullet journal dates in there. Again, this is going to be strictly financial, so I will probably do the latter, which is just list certain dates, birthdays, things like that. I don't celebrate holidays, so I doubt if I include those because I don't spend money on holidays. I'm going to use this for birthdays, non-monthly bills, and my subscriptions. So that's what I'm going to use this page for. Again, the aesthetics of this plan, I just can't get over how cute this is. Then you have a 12-month book challenge. So I think reading is fundamental. I have been an avid reader since I was a child. I was the child that would be under the cover with the flashlight when I'm supposed to be in bed, and I would be reading. I've always been a reader. So this is something that I really enjoy because I don't think people read enough. I really don't. And I think reading helps with your vocabulary. I think reading helps with your creative mind because it kind of takes you away, and you have to envision when you're reading something versus watching the program. You have to kind of envision the characters, envision the scenes, envision what's going on. So I really enjoy reading, and it's also an escape. With this 12-month book challenge, it could go either way. The way I'm going to use it, again, because this book is strictly financial for me, I'll be finding 12 financial books that I want to read, and once a month I'll be choosing a book. The reason that is because I'm already in a book club, so I already read books for leisure. I already read faith books, so this will be a good addition to my monthly reading because I do try to read at least 3 to 4 books a month, depending on the size of the books. But that's a good page for this. Also, you have your quarterly goals. So every quarter, I'm going to come in and put a list and list my goals. Every quarter, this says personal or financial, but of course mine is going to be financial. It will be split up each quarter because I also have a business. So I'll be writing my personal financial goals and my business financial goals for each quarter on this page. This page is for you to determine if you are someone that is in a debt payoff journey. Then this page will be really helpful for you because it will help you to understand how you want to pay off your debt. A lot of people just jump in there and just try to pay things off instead of actually having a strategic plan of how they're going to pay their debt off. So it offers you the 2 most used plans, which is the debt snowball method and the debt avalanche, however you want to pronounce it. So with the debt snowball, you basically list all of your debt from smallest balance to largest balance. You pay the minimum payment on each debt every month. But what you do is you take whatever money you have left over that month and you put it toward the smallest debt. So you're making an additional debt payment to the smallest debt, which will help you to pay that debt off faster. Once you complete that debt, then you will take whatever you were paying monthly on that debt and apply it to the next debt. And you will keep going until you pay off everything. And that method is why they call it the snowball, because it's a build up of money, of payments. The avalanche, I cannot say that word today. The avalanche method is the same concept, but a different strategy. So in this case, you will take your highest interest rate and list that first and go down to your lowest interest rate. The method behind this one is that you're decreasing the amount of money you pay out. The debt snowball, you're actually paying off faster. You're seeing smaller wins in a faster pace. And this one, you're going to wind up spending less money, because by you attacking the largest interest rate first, then that means that you're actually paying off less money in the end. So that's how you would do that, but it's the same concept. So I'm going to do the snowball just because I'm somebody that like to see wins, and if I don't, I get discouraged and will quit. That's just my personality. So on this page, you'll choose which method you're going to use. If you have money already set aside for debt, or if you have money that you coming into, you can put that as a starting amount. You're going to list the percentage, the interest rate, the balance of the debt, the name of the debt, your minimum payment, what the new payment is going to be, and when you pay, if you paid it, you'll just check it off here. So I just put a list of my debts. Then you have the debt payoff progression list. So basically you list all your debt here. You'll list in these boxes on the first day of every month. You'll list how much your debt is. I think this is wonderful because this will let you see how much you've paid throughout the year. So this is a good thing for you to see as you're going, so you can actually visually see from month to month. And it's also good because when you have, like, for instance, credit card debt or debt that carries an interest rate, the amounts that you owe changes. So if you have $100 debt and it has a 10% interest, even if you make a payment, the 10% interest is still going to be adding on to whatever the balance is. So the amount that you owe, it kind of shifts, it changes. So it might not pay down. If you pay $30, your balance next month may not be just basically $70 because you still have interest on that. So that's a good way for you to keep count of your amounts from month to month. Then you have the debt payoff tracker. So whatever your goal amount is, because let's be realistic, if you're somebody that has a high debt amount, you may not be able to pay it all off in 1 year. So I say set a goal. If you have, like, for instance, my goal this year is going to be to pay off 2022. My goal is going to be to pay off all of my consumer debt, because I know I can't pay off my student loans in 1 year. So my goal is going to be concentrating on paying off my consumer debt. So on December 31st, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to calculate how much my consumer debt is, and I'm going to put that here. So that's going to be my goal of how much I want to pay. I'm going to divide that by, I think this is 10 slots. I'm going to divide that by 10, and I'm going to put the amounts here. And every time I pay off that amount, I'll go ahead and just highlight that in, just so I can see that percentage-wise I'm paying it off. Down here is a tracker where you can write the starting amount of your debt, whether you added to that debt or paid off some of the debt, and how much is remaining. This is your emergency fund tracker. Emergency funds are different from everybody. Please don't think that your emergency fund got to look like anybody else's. Some people have $1,000, which is what's recommended by Dave Ramsey. Some people have $5,000. It really just depends on you, your family situation, your monetary situation. Your age. A lot of things play into what's important to you. Also, what is considered an emergency for you? Me personally, $1,000 wouldn't work for where I am in my life at this time. So you put in your goal amount. I would suggest that you actually sit down and write down everything that you want to include in your emergency fund in an amount. So there's someone on YouTube. Her name is Organized Money. She actually has a video that talks about how to come up with an emergency fund. So I think you should watch that. It's called The Organized Money. So you come up with how much you want to pay. How much you want to save towards your saving funds, your emergency fund. I'm sorry. You divide that up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every time you hit a part of it, you're going to shade in this the jar. You're going to put the date, the purpose, whether you added money to your emergency fund or you had to use it, and then the balance. This is great. So once a month, you'll come in here, just once a month, you'll come in here and you'll write. Let's say January 31st. You could put added to, or you could put, whatever, how much you added to your emergency fund and the balance. Let's say February, something happened and you had to dip in there. You'll put February 31st and you'll put new tires or something like that. You'll put, if you add it to your fund, you'll put it there. Whatever your amount you use to buy the new tires, you'll put it there and you'll put your balance there. I mean, this is a great tracker. It's simple, to the point, no fluff. This is your sinking funds at a glance. The way I'm operating personally, I'm not doing sinking funds until I get my emergency fund built up. As soon as I get my emergency fund built up, I will start on my sinking funds. At least most of them. Some of them I have to start early. I do have to start at least one of them because I have to move. So I have to have a, savings for moving. So sinking funds at a glance is kind of the same as the emergency fund. You write what the fund is, how much you want to save, when you starting. If there's a due date for it, like you might have a certain date you want to save up for Christmas or birthdays or whatever. So those come with an actual date. You'll put that on there, how many months that is, how many deposits. So if you're going to pay it, if you're going to put toward it every time you get paid, then that'll be, however many paychecks you have. If you want to put toward it once a month, that'll be how many months, stuff like that. Paycheck, whether you're paying from your paycheck or whether you're just doing a monetary deposit. So for someone like me, I have 2 different ways that I save money. One of them is I have a savings account and a money market account. My savings account actually is divided up with my checking account on my paycheck. So my job actually sends a certain amount of money every pay period to my savings account. So I don't even see that money. My money market account is automatically withdrawn from my checking account on a certain date every month. So to me, those will be considered paycheck deposits. Then what I plan on doing is at the end of the month, making a manual deposit to my savings account to help me build up my savings faster. So I'll have a monthly deposit and a paycheck deposit every month. It's what I'm hoping, praying for. So this is a visual tracker. If you are a visual person and you don't want to just list it out, you actually have 12. You have 12 fund trackers. So you'll write the fund, you'll write the goal, and you'll put, me personally, I would actually put an amount in each box. And whenever I pay that amount or add that amount to my fund, I'll just highlight these, exit, check it, however. And once you hit the goal, you'll just check that box or put an X in that box over there to let you know that your fund is funded. This is another thing, I would actually sit down and do a realistic check of what I have going on in my life, and what I need to, build funds for. If it's certain things that you know for a fact is coming up, I think you should build funds for them. This is a piggy bank that's savings. It's so many different ways you can use this page. I actually saw a video with Shay Budgets who has this page. She's part of the PR team. She uses this page strictly for her investment. her investments, retirement, or whatever. So I think I'm gonna adopt that method and just use this strictly for my retirement, because I have a Roth IRA and I have a 401k. So I do need to keep track of those. So every month I'll just come in at the end of the month and just put my total amount. On January 1st, I'll put what I started with. December 31st, I'll put what I ended with, and the total amount saved for the year. I think this is gorgeous. I think this is beautiful. I think this is very visual, and it gives you a snapshot. Then you have the Save-Opoly game. I have never heard of this game until I saw the unboxing videos from other YouTubers about this game. So some people have heard of it. Apparently it's a very popular game when it comes to budgeting, the finance community. I never heard of it. But basically what you'll do is you'll determine how often you want to play the game. You'll basically roll the dice. It's just like Monopoly. You roll the dice, whatever it says for, you'll move from 4 spaces, whatever you're supposed to say, whatever it says for you to do on that block, that's what you'll do. So if you land on a $25 block, then you know you save $25 or whatever. So I think this is a wonderful method. That's the reason why you get the dice. What I would do is, because of the fact that you don't have anything that you can actually use to stay in here so you'll know where you're at, I think what I would do is I would write every time I play. If I land on a spot, I would write the date so I'll know where to start from the next time I come. That's how I would do it. There's also footnotes, so it's certain things that you know kind of go into the game as well. So this is I think this is a good way to save. Then you have the Law of Savings. This is a saving method that she came up with herself, if I'm not mistaken. So it's very it's self-competitive. So you choose what you want to save, how much you want to save, right? Then you choose out of these 12 what's the best method for you to get to that point, and you just follow it. So I think this is good, but for me this is a lot to be doing at one time. So I think for me, I'm going to stick with the Save-Opoly. This I'm going to actually be printing out some pages for my net worth, because I think knowing your net worth is very important. So I'll be using these pages for that. I'll just, you know, kind of tape them in there. And then you have your Christmas budget, your budget day Christmas pages, where you could plan out your Christmas. I think this is gorgeous because it's not just money. So you put your goal amount that you want to save. You can actually put any traditions that you have with your family, whether it's Christmas portraits, whether it's going to Disney World on, you know, whatever your traditions are, you can list them here. There's a scavenger hunt. I don't know what this is, but then you could list people who you want to send Christmas cards to, and you could check them off. You got 25 days to Christmas. If you have a to-do list, like if you need to go Christmas shopping, put up your tree, decorate the house, whatever. And then you have your Christmas shopping budget list. Me personally, I don't do Christmas, so I'll be using this as an additional net worth page. So I'm going to do my net worth quarterly. So I'll have quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4 for my net worth pages. On this list, you can write who you're buying a gift for, what gift you're buying, how much you're going to budget for it, how much you actually spent. You can actually put on here whether you ordered it online, in store, you wrapped it, and you gave it. So that's a nice tracker for somebody who's into Christmas. Then you get into the meat and potatoes of the planner, which is the actual budgeting part. She lets you know that budgeting is a lifestyle. Here you'll list all your bills, and then each month you come and check off that you paid it. I think this is a good visual for you to have every month, just to make sure, just for something to go back to make sure that you know you got all the bills that you planned, you haven't missed any bills. Because I know I've done that a few times where I forgot to write a bill in a month or put it on my calendar for that month. I literally just forgot about, I don't even know how I forgot about the bill. Or if you have a bill that's not, for instance, some people pay their car insurance annually or semi-annually, so you could write that in there. and you could kind of like mark which months you actually pay it. So this is good if you have subscriptions. This is good if you have, you know, monthly bills, semi-monthly bills, because you can actually just mark, come in here as a visual and mark what month you actually pay that bill. So this is the prettiest page in this whole planner. I love this page. So this is your monthly overview page. So it says glimpse day month, and so that is where the smaller monthly stickers come in. You could put the month using these, or you could use your own stickers if you want to do it with color. But what this page does, it gives you an overview of your month. So you write a note to yourself. You have a blank box here where you could put a picture. You could put a note, you know, anything here. You could, this is an anything box. I probably would do a picture every month. I think that's a good idea. Just do a picture every month. Your to-do list for the month. So anything that you need to do that month. Me personally, I'm going to use this for an event space. So any events that I have that I'm going to have to spend money on, I'm going to write it here. Then you have a verse, quote, affirmation box here. Any purchases you have to make. So any purchases that are not in your budget already, I think you will put here. Or abnormal purchases that you don't normally make, I will put here. If you're doing any type of a challenge for the month, no spend, what's another challenge? A savings challenge. Any challenge that you're doing, you could write it out here. Book of the month, which you could get off of your book of the month page. You could choose a book. You're going to write it here. How much you bought over from the previous month, you'll put here. You have your income source. This space I will fill out throughout the month. So because there's not like a budgeted amount and an actual amount on this page, it just says amount. Just for the sake of being accurate, I would write this in as I get it. And also because you may get extra income from month to month. So like for instance, tax season, you may get taxes. You probably don't get taxes. You know, taxes is not something you get monthly. So if you get a tax, you know, you just come in and put that in. If you somebody that currently gets the child tax credit, if they ever stop giving it to you, then that would be something that you know, wouldn't add. So I would do this throughout the month as my income comes in. Then you have a focus word every month. I love that idea. I think that's very important. This is, I'm assuming, celebrations, birthdays, anniversaries, you know, whatever will go here. Your 3 top goals for the month. Any gratitude, again, this is going to be something that I will probably fill out at the end of the month. And then any upcoming things that you want to keep a note of, I will probably do this for the following month. Write that here. Again, you can actually just use a color pen and not have to do anything else to this page if you want to just add some color to it. Or you could do, you know, highlighter, or you could do, you know, stickers. It's up to you. But I think this page is beautiful the way it is. I probably just use a colored pen and probably highlighter or something. Then you have a mood board. Not sure what this is for. I never understood mood boards. I really haven't. I know everybody does them now, but I never understood it. So I think I'm going to look more into it because I really want to utilize every aspect of this book. So one YouTuber who is also a part of the PR team is All of Shamika. She uses this as a what is the name I'm trying to say? She kind of uses this as a reflection page. So she does, like, she comes in and just put pictures and stuff about things that happened that month. That's what she used it for. So in this book, you get 3 calendars. You get 2 2-page spreads and 1 1-page spread. This is why I say she actually made this calendar for you to use it as a life planner as well as a budget planner. So if you're somebody that just needs monthly views, you don't really use a full-out planner for your everyday life, this will be a great asset to that, because now you don't have to buy a monthly planner. You could just use one of the spreads. Me personally, again, strictly financial. So this 1-page spread is going to be for menu planning. So I'm going to start coming up in January. I'm going to start planning for the month by month. I think for my family situation, that probably will work best. So I'll just come in here at, at the end of every month and plan my monthly menu for the next month based on, activities, stuff like that. The first 2-page spread, again, I did start a business this year. So this will be my business page calendar. So I'll put any income that I have coming in, any expenses. If I need to follow up with anybody about payment, I'll put it here. And then this is going to be my personal monthly budget page. So any paydays, events, expenses, things like that will go on this page. This is a list of bills. So your due date, your bill or debt, the amount, your confirmation number, and whether or not it was paid. Cash envelopes and sinking funds. I don't do cash envelopes. I may only do one this year, which is going to probably be my what I call my sleigh budget. So that'll be, hair, nails, feet, stuff like that. Or what I call self-care. Either self-care or sleigh, whichever one I want to call it. But that'll probably be the only one I do. I don't really do cash envelopes for anything else. But this is a good page to have because what it is a tracker. So you could put the cash envelope, the date you started it, each pay week, because some people get paid weekly, so she included 5 weeks. Each pay week you could put the amount, the total that you did, your ending amount, which is your starting balance plus whatever you included for the month. Your ending balance will go there. If you spent anything, it'll go there. Sinking fund, same thing. You'll put the fund when your starting amount, the amount you put towards your sinking fund during that month, and your ending balance, or what you spent, and then your ending balance. Then you go into your savings page. So you have your starting savings balance plus whatever you put in minus whatever you took out in your ending balance. So you put the savings account. So you put whether it's a savings account, money market account, whatever savings accounts that you have. The starting balance, how much you spent or added that month, that week, and the ending amount. You'll total it up and you'll put it up here. Then you have your weekly spending. So this is, let me see, 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So you have 35 blocks. I would do this as like a mini calendar, and then everything I spent on a daily basis that was a non-budgeted expense. For instance, let's say I'm out and I decide to grab something to eat while I'm out. It wasn't budgeted for me to eat out that day. It's just I was out, I got hungry, so I said, let me run by McDonald's. I would put that on this page. Stuff like that. Stuff that's just non-budgeted. And then you will total it up here. Then you have your expenses page. So you get three expense pages. So you'll put the date, the transaction, the amount, whether it was cash, debit, or credit, the description, whether it was a need or a want. So again, for me, I use these pages for non-budgeted items. These are non-budgeted items for me. Because I don't like to, kind of duplicate things. I hate that. It's aggravating to me. So anything non-budgeted will go here. So you get 3 pages of that, and then you get into this page. This page was confusing for everybody because, a lot of people budget differently. So some people budget monthly, some people budget by paycheck, some people budget weekly. I mean, it just everything. So everyone was trying to figure out how to use these pages. How I'm going to use them, I get paid bi-weekly. So how I'm going to use these pages is I'm going to write my income over here. I'm going to split it up because normally I get 2 paychecks a month. Twice a year I get 3. But normally I get 2 paychecks per month. So I'm going to split this page, this column in half, and I'll put my income for each paycheck here. Then this is going to be my paycheck 1 section. I'm going to kind of merge these two. And I'm going to break it down because I have used the Budget Moms method for the last few years. That seems to work best in my mind. So that's how I'm going to kind of lay this out. So I have my income over here. I'll put my fixed incomes, how much I have left, my cash, variable expenses, how much I have left, savings, how much I have left, debt, how much I have left, and whatever I have left, I kind of highlighted at the bottom and put where I'm going to put that. So this will be paycheck 1. This will be paycheck 2. This last column I'm going to use for my business. So any business expenses, business income will go here. Then you have 2 note pages. The note pages, I'm not sure what I'm going to use these for on a regular month, but on a month when I have a 3rd paycheck is where this will come in. Then you have your reflection page. So you'll have your total carryover, your total income, any other deposits, non-income deposits, your total amount, how much you paid in tithes, bills, debts, cash envelopes, sinking funds, savings, your leftover amount, and what you're going to do with that. Then you have your budget mood. I think this is adorable, where you get to choose how you felt in emoji form, how you felt about the month. I'm over it all the way to excited. Budget met, yes or no. Goals achieved, yes or no. Any budget wins, budget challenges, any adjustments you can make, any key takeaways. I think this is great reflection. I think this is something great you could go, because when you do this page, right, you can use whatever you put on this page and implement it into the next month. So this is great. And then it goes into the next month. So I bought some tabs so that I can add tabs to it, because I need to be able to kind of get where I'm going real quick. I don't like to do the flip throughs. So yeah, I bought tabs. Then at the end of the 12 months, you have your overview day annual budget mood. So the emojis that you put at the end of every month, you could come in here and add them, so you have a yearly overview. And then at the end of the year in December, you'll come in and you'll put what your average budget mood. I just think this is cute. I think this is cute. And it kind of make you adjust your attitude too. So I like that. Then you have your annual budget review. So your annual budget review, you have your reality check. So every month, I will do this monthly just so I don't have to try to do it all at one time. At the end of every month, I'll come in and put what my total income was, how many deposits I had, how much I paid in tithes, how much I paid total in bills, how much I paid in debts, envelopes, sinking funds, and savings. You total it all up at the end. This basically just gives you an overview of an annual overview of what you look like over the year financially. Then you have the individual bill breakdown, which you'll write the bill here. You'll write how much you paid every month. You'll total up the amount for that particular bill, and then you'll total up the amount you paid in bills every month. I like this because you can actually look and say, this is where I need to make adjustments. I'm spending too much money on food. I'm spending too much money on gas. I'm spending too much, you can kind of look at that, and it gives you a chance going into the next year of some adjustments that you can make. Then you have your debt breakdown. You'll write the debt, same concept. You'll write the debt, how much you paid each month, your total for that particular debt, your total debt payments for the year. Again, another great just visual. And then you'll have cash envelopes. Again, this page, same concept. I won't use it, but you'll put the cash envelope category, how much you paid each month, total it up, and there you go. Again, another great resource for determining the following year, because you may realize, you know what, I overspent every month in my hair category. I overspent every month, or I underspent in, let's say, the gift category, so I could kind of lower that the following year. You know what I mean? So there you have a bunch of note pages. You have blank note pages, you have lined note pages, and you have dot grid note pages. It's a lot. It's a lot of note pages. So me personally, again, I don't know why, but I never tend to use note pages in planners. I just don't. I have notebooks that I usually just, you know, use as scrap. Never use note pages. So this, I decided I'm going to use them. So I'm going to print out a credit score tracker, a financial boundaries, because I think it's important for you to know what your boundaries are. My retirement pages, because I want to be able to track my retirement funds, because I'm at that age. I'm going to have a tax. This is going to be taxes. So what I'm going to print out some tax tracking sheets, checklists, stuff like that, because of the fact that I now have a business. I need to keep track of my tax information. I'm moving next year, so I'm going to have a moving checklist and a moving budget here. Then you have a list of what I want to have for my 2023 planners. I think it's important if you're somebody that purchases planners and planner supplies and things like that. I have an actual budget for that. I put together a budget for that because we can overspend. And I know I overspend. I spent well over $2,000 last year in planner supplies. So it needs to happen. Something needs to give. Then I have a list that I'm going to be keeping track of Black-owned businesses. So there are a lot of industries that Black-owned businesses are in that it's not as popular. So I'm going to be keeping a list of that just for my personal thing. And then you still have pages left. And then in the end, I think this is very thoughtful and useful. You can actually do a letter to yourself. I think this is great. I feel like this is a great hurrah. You give yourself a pat on the back. You talk about how you felt about, you know, your financial journey over the year, everything. I feel like this is perfect because I don't think that we acknowledge when it comes to finances. I think we put more emphasis on the struggle than we do on the accomplishments. So I think this is a great way to just pat yourself on the back and say congratulations. I don't care if you only saved $5 or you only paid off one debt the whole year. I think that is an accomplishment and it needs to be recognized. So I'm definitely going to be doing this. And then you have tassels that you can use as placeholders. And this is the end. So all together, this is the back of it. It just has her logo at the end. I am in love with this book. I think it's phenomenal. I will be listing her website in the description box. I think it'll be beneficial for you to purchase this book. Also, I'll be listing the PR codes that I know, so that you can utilize that because there is a 10% discount. Also, you have right now, I think it's still going on, is that the packages are, I think, $10 off right now because it's like her launch special. I don't know how long that's going to stay. I don't know if it even is still there, but I'll look. Matter of fact, I'll look up the prices before when I post this video so that I can actually put them in the description box. And remember, you can use the PR code along with the launch discount because there's no code for the launch discount. It's literally just marked down. So yeah, I would say give this a try. I think this is a very thorough and beautiful book. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me. Again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not, and hit that notification bell if you are, so that you'll know when I have new videos. I'm also going to be posting my advent calendars. Right now I only have one. I'm waiting on the other to come in, but I'll be posting starting Monday the advent calendars. So stay with me. Thank you so much to the guys that have stayed with me, and thank you so much to anyone that's starting this journey with me. And you guys have a nice day.